Speaking of girlfriends, Lifting Nerd Bro and I we were having a pretty interesting conversation about exes, and we were talking about what was the dumbest argument you've ever got into and got into it with your girlfriend, whether it be new or old, irrelevant, just in your entire lifetime. What was the dumbest argument? And I told him the dumbest argument that I ever got into, probably the longest and the one I most regret. It was, okay, I took my girlfriend out, we went to watch a movie, we had a nice dinner. I think we went to a Mexican restaurant. It was called Gloria's, if you guys have ever heard of Gloria's. Pretty good place. We had a very good meal. We were full as fuck. And then we got home, and at the time I lived in an apartment, and I just dropped my keys, went to go sit down, turn on the TV, and then I saw her casually get up to go to the bedroom, and I had an inkling of what was going on, so I followed her. Very quietly, very discreetly, like she thought I was still watching TV, and then and then she was like standing by the nightstand next to the bed, getting ready to charge her phone, but she thought she was like alone. So I hear her just rip one, just fucking fart, just like it was. You could see that she was trying to make it silent, right? And then I just started laughing my ass off at the door, right? And then she turned around like she'd been spooked, right? Like she had no fucking clue I was there. And it didn't even smell that bad, right? I acted like it smelled like cancer, like I was dying, right? I was just poking fun, it was friendly fun. And I was just like, she's like, you have no respect. You're such an asshole. I was like, oh my god, your fart smells so bad. It's like, you better not eat those leftovers. And I was just like, oh my god. And then like 30 minutes later, she's just like crying about how I have no respect for privacy and how I'm such an asshole, and it's not fair that girls are like, whatever, when they, fart, they're like, look down. It's like, I don't give a shit. That's like biology. It's like, it happens to everyone. I don't know why you didn't just fart in the living room. Like, that's what I said. And she's like, it's not like that. It's not fair. And then, oh my god, she, like, 30 minutes later, she's just crying. She just made me feel like the scum of the earth. And I was just having fun, I was just making fun of a funny situation. And I was just trying to point out that it's natural. Like, who gives a shit? Like, I don't care. I don't see you any differently. And I was like, and then I tried to tell her it didn't even smell like bad. I was just I was just acting like it smelled really bad. I was like, trust me, you smell mine and it smells way worse. But the argument persisted, and it was like really heated. Like, I got exhausted. I was like watching, I remember it was Lakers and Spurs. I was watching that game and I was like, fuck, my head hurts so bad. I was just regretting it. I was just like, man, if I had known that it was gonna end in like, not end, like we didn't break up right then. I mean, we ended up breaking up, but if I had known it was gonna lead to that, like 4.5 hours of I would have just not done it at all. I learned my lesson. Yeah, classic mistake. She wasn't crazy. She was just like, I don't know, insecure or like paranoid or like, fuck, man. Never again, though. Never again.
What do you need?
Okay, so with that being said, let's just throw this out there. Let's transition it a little bit. When you move in with a girl, okay, or a guy or whatever, if you're a girl watching, I highly doubt it, but when is it okay? How much time has to elapse until it's okay to fart under the covers? Alright, I'll let you guys answer in chat. I'll read them. We'll take some opinions. If you've never lived with a girl, I guess that would be very... don't participate. Don't fabricate the data. We want this to be as accurate as possible. When is it okay to fart under the covers? You know, and you can make it in days, or you can make it in dates. Like, say you are two very busy people and you guys don't get to see each other that often, and you know, maybe 3 dates is actually 2 months or 1.5 months or something like that. If you want to establish that, then you can do that. I'd say the day to establish dominance. A couple of months. Dude, I'm married and I still don't fart around my wife. Wow, that is interesting. That is interesting. You're married. Okay, so how long have you been married? If it's too personal and you don't want to answer, just, you know, that's fine. But if you don't mind sharing, I'm generally genuinely interested in collecting a little bit more data from you. Took me about 5 years. I still feel uncomfortable about that. First date, you have to establish dominance early. I'm like maybe if I were to say, I think it's okay like on the 3rd date. And if she's got a problem with it, then I know she's got a problem with, like, or she's maybe not very realistic. Like, I can't hold farts forever. You know, it's bad enough that I have to do it around like company, like at a restaurant, but when I'm home, that is like my domain to fart. If I don't get freedom to fart in my place, then something is wrong. Married for 20 years, don't fart, golden rule. So what do you do? What do you do? Do you take like what do you go outside, or like how do you guys take care of business? Because I have a hard time understanding how you live that long with not farting in front of a person. I've been married 6 months and in a relationship for 6 years. So 6.5. Wow. That is pretty. You guys are bigger men than me, man. I am tipping my hat to you. You can't see it. Walk to the bathroom. Okay, so okay. That's a good point, but also think about this. You fart in the bathroom, it reeks, right? Then your wife walks in and, you know, catches wind of it. What happens then? Are you still at fault, or you say, "Hey, I left to go fart and you went in, it was your choice to go in there"? Like, what happens then? I mean, don't you guys share a bathroom? Doesn't that stuff like creep into your bedroom anyways? Like, what's the point of hiding farts? That's the way I see it. You walk into the bathroom to fart for 20 years? That's some yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. That's really like strong dedication.
Ready for the hunt? Yes.
Now, I'm not like an ass. Like, I don't make it a point to, you know, every time I get a fart, I'm not gonna go hug my girlfriend and, you know, like pin her down and make her smell it. That's not me. Don't get me wrong. All right. If I just need a fart and I don't feel like getting up to do it, then fuck it, it's coming out. But I'm not gonna torture them. Like, especially if I know it's like not a good one. It's like gonna be a bad one. I hope she would do the same to me, but you know, sometimes you just want to like have a friendly fart, say hello.